bobbin, 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 bobbin around town. Bobbin, 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 bobbin around town.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this live broadcast of Bobbin Around Town. We are doing this because of COVID-19. Unfortunately, we are unable to meet in person because of the coronavirus. We have decided to do this live, a live broadcast for you, the viewers. Our first guest is Linda Simmons. How are you?
I'm doing well, Bobby. How are you?
I am well. So how spiritually do people celebrate when there's so much sadness?
Oh, gee, that's a really good question. And the sadness seems to move closer all the time. In our faith tradition, I guess we are called to look at the ways all great religious leaders have spoken. And in my opinion, it is always about justice and mercy and connectedness. So in our tradition, Unitarian Universalism, we celebrate and honor grief and joy and hope and great sorrow by being the hands and the eyes and the voice to the best of our humble and frail and broken ability, so that we can all spread the message of, well, justice and mercy and connection and hope.
Okay. What are your plans for the holidays?
Well, on Christmas Eve, we have a live service of poetry and meditation and music. Lots of Nigel Goss is our wonderful music director. So we will be on Zoom on Christmas Eve. And afterwards, I live in a parsonage on Fair Street behind the Orange Street Church, and they put plastic for me all around it so that I can still visit with people. So on Christmas Day, I will be on my porch visiting with folks.
Nice. And do you have any favorite holiday movies?
I should have prepared for that one. I don't have any favorite holiday movies. I really, I recently read something about Jimmy Stewart that really impressed me, about him doing his famous movie and how he had come home from war and how that was very much a testament to his own healing heart, the whole movie that he does for Christmas. So it made me feel more tender-hearted towards that show, and perhaps I will watch it this year in honor of him and his hope to heal through that show in many ways.
Well, good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next guest is Gary. Gary?
It's Rabbi Gary Bretton Granator.
That's it. Thank you very much.
It's okay. It's a mouthful. My kids had to learn the whole alphabet by the time they were 3 to spell their name. But I'm the rabbi of Congregation Shirat Hayam on Nantucket. Shirat Hayam means Song of the Sea, so it's appropriately named.
How are you?
I'm well. Right now, I'm recovering from shoulder replacement surgery, but I'm doing just fine.
So how do you deal with both holidays, Hanukkah and Christmas?
Well, it's interesting because they're really opposites in a lot of ways. Christmas is a wonderful universal message of hope and joy. And Hanukkah is a very different kind of holiday because Hanukkah celebrates a victory, a military victory, where a handful of Jews rebelled against the Greeks back in 168 BCE. There was a ruler by the name of Antiochus who wanted the Jews to be like everybody else and told them they had to change their names to Greek-sounding names and made them dress like Greeks did and desecrated their temple and put up Greek statues, which meant that the Jews couldn't worship the way they wanted to. So there was a rebellion, and the Jews were able to go back in and clean up the temple, and they were able to worship and behave the way they wanted to. So when I celebrate Hanukkah, I celebrate being yourself. being proud of who you are, regardless of your background, your religion, your belief, your gender, your sexual identity. Just be proud of who you are. And I share with my friends next door their hope that is manifest in the Christmas message, that there is a universal desire for the world to be at peace.
What are your Hanukkah plans?
Well, believe it or not, Hanukkah is ending just at this very minute. We've been celebrating for the last 8 days. We started last Thursday night where we lit one candle and we added a candle each night. And last night we had a whole 8 candles burning. And the Jewish day begins at sunset and ends at sunset. So the 8th day began last night at sunset and now it's ending. And we're now moving into the weekly celebration of Shabbat, the Sabbath.
Nice. Is there any special food on Hanukkah?
Oh, basically anything fried is because we celebrate a miracle of a little cruse of oil. When the Jews rededicated the temple, they only had enough oil to burn for one day. And when they lit the eternal light, it lasted for 8 days. And because of that, we eat fried foods. So one of my favorites is what are called latkes. They're potato fried pancakes that we have with either sour cream or applesauce, and jelly donuts, which are called in Hebrew sufganiyot. So those are some of the great things, but anything fried is great for Hanukkah.
What is the meaning of Hanukkah?
Well, the word itself means rededication. And it refers to the fact that the temple had not been able to be used and they cleaned it up and they were able to rededicate it. But it is also a personal rededication, a rededication to one's faith. As I said, we celebrate our individualism, our particular points of view. And so we rededicate ourselves to what drives us, what makes us human beings and how we relate to the world. And that's really the message that we at Shirat Hayam try to bring during the summer season and now over the winter as well through the miracle of Zoom.
Nice. Well, Rabbi Gary, thank you.
It's an honor, Bobby. Have a wonderful Christmas and a great New Year.
You too.
Thanks.
Our next guest is Father John.
Bobby, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you?
Oh, good. I still saw Gary's name on the screen, so I wasn't sure if we were connecting.
So what are you doing for the holidays?
Yeah, well, of course, things are different with the pandemic. So normally we would have a family gathering. My sister's up in Brockton and I would join her and some other family members, but that's all canceled now. So my Christmas celebration will be celebrating the masses here at St. Mary's on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And then it's a day off after that. That's the way I'm celebrating.
Yeah.
I'll take some time in quiet, I'm sure, to reflect on the meaning of the day and to celebrate it that way rather than being with people. I will call on my siblings and everything, and touch base with other people too.
Now I know Nantucket got its first COVID vaccine. Since people share gifts on Christmas, do you think the timing is a coincidence?
Of people getting their first vaccine here on the island?
Yes.
Oh, I hadn't thought about it in those terms, but I just think that the arrival of the pandemic couldn't come quick enough. I mean, the vaccine couldn't come quick enough. And it's a great gift to be receiving this Christmas or shortly thereafter for anyone that can get it, and hopefully create that herd immunity that we all need in order to move forward with our lives in a normal way.
Yeah. Do you think internet mass will continue after the pandemic?
Yeah, when I became pastor here in June of 2018, I inherited a system that was already set up by my predecessor, Father Marcel. So we've had live streaming all along. And then the church closed down from whenever it was in March until May 30th. So all during that time, we kept the regular mass schedule and we live stream masses. But even since we reopened at the end of May, we have very limited seating in the church, but all the masses are always live streamed. So it's a way people can at least participate and pray with us if they can't be there in person.
What do you miss about people in church?
That's exactly what I miss is the people. Like a lot of people just, and I don't blame them, they don't feel comfortable coming to public worship because of the pandemic. A lot of the regulars aren't coming, and people I'm used to seeing at Mass in good times. So that's really what I miss. And you know what else it is too, is at the end of Mass, we're giving out communion after the final blessing. So the Mass is essentially over. People receive communion and they walk out the door. And I really have no chance to say hello, to greet them, as they're walking out the door. And I miss just the interaction with people, the rubbing elbows with people, saying hello, the little bantering and small conversations we would have outside the church.
Well, Father John, thank you.
You're welcome, Bobby. Thank you for having me, and Merry Christmas, and God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you, Father.
You're welcome.
Our next guest is, now we're going to move to community leaders. And our first one is the principal of my high school, Nantucket High School. She had first became the principal a couple months ago when Principal Dr. Bucky left to be the superintendent of Marblehead. So, Mrs. Vassell, if you are there.
Hi, Bobby. Thank you for having me join you tonight.
Give me a hoot and a holler. So, how well behaved were the kids this year?
They're fabulous because mostly they're not in the building. That's been the hard part for this school year, is so many of our days we don't have students in the building. And that's the best part about being in education, is working with our students. But even when they have been in the building, they've been pretty phenomenal. And if I can take a second to brag, Bobby, our kids have been really great with our safety protocols. So we're really happy about that.
Nice. What is it like running a school during the pandemic?
It's busy, believe it or not. Whenever the students aren't in the building, we do a lot of meetings like this, as so many people are doing. And yesterday I was at school 12 hours with working with classes and the teachers and everything that goes on. And then we have our meetings and the Zoom meetings. And actually, I take that back. That was Wednesday. Yesterday we had a snow day, and we did not have power, so it was difficult to do our meetings yesterday.
Yeah. How many? No, sorry, I missed that. Have you had many teachers that came down with COVID?
Well, we have not had any teachers. We have not had any teachers in the high school. No. We've been very fortunate, and again, I would brag on our teachers on what a great job they're doing this year. They're working extra hard, and they also are following safety protocols, and we do a lot keeping the building clean and wiping desk and high touch points, and just being really careful about what's happening inside our building so that we can continue with school.
Very good. And my last one is, how well behaved were the teachers?
Oh, they're the ones that are the troublemakers. No, I'm just kidding. Nantucket's very fortunate to have the teachers that we do. I'll have to say, and anyone that's been in any meetings with me at all has heard me say this, but every opportunity that I have to brag about our teachers and all the work that they're doing, it's phenomenal, because I think most people know that there was a little anxiety about what this school year was going to look like and the difference, and how do we do remote learning and in-person learning. But our teachers are just they've really risen to the occasion, and they're just doing such a great job. And it's difficult because every week brings something different. And, you know, like yesterday, everybody's all set to go. We thought there's going to be a 1 hour delay. Next thing you know, it's a snow day. So, you know, it's a constant shift and changing, and looking at our playlist that teachers are using this year, and connecting with students in a different way. But our teachers have just been amazing and outstanding. I can't say enough good things about them.
Well, good. Principal Vassal, thank you.
Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate it. Don't you want to know what I'm doing for Christmas?
Oh, yes, I do.
I'm actually staying right here in Nantucket, so I'm looking forward to it. It'll be our first Christmas here.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, and Merry Christmas to everyone. And I hope that everyone stays safe and healthy. Good night.
All right. Our next guest is Jerry Walker, who is a real estate agent on the island. Her husband, Patrick, works for the town. Their daughter, Lily, goes to school at Cyrus Pierce. I've known this family for, a long time, many, many years. So, what are your plans for Christmas?
Well, Bobby, it's great to see you. I really miss seeing you bobbing around town here in Nantucket. So first I had to say that. Our plans for Christmas are to open presents, go for a walk, drink eggnog. Pat?
Yeah, just relax, enjoy the day. First of all, great to see you, Bobby. Yeah, so we're just going to relax, take it easy. I guess stay pretty much in our house and go out if the weather isn't nice.
Yeah.
But this is a typical Christmas day for us.
We usually go to Mass on Christmas Eve. So this year we'll probably be like zooming into Mass, I guess, on one of the evening Masses. And then we usually open one present on Christmas Eve. And then we wait for Santa to come for the bulk load.
Okay. Have you seen Christmas lights this year?
Christmas lights?
Yeah. Is that you mean around town?
Yes.
Yes, you've seen some houses that are very decorated, but also this year there's going to be an alignment between Saturn and Jupiter. I know it's going to be visible on the solstice, but it still may be visible on Christmas Day. So that's another type of Christmas light to look out for in the sky.
Really rare occurrence. But there is a map. We haven't done that yet. I was thinking we might do the drive around this weekend to go to all the houses that are famous for big decorations.
Nice. Do you have any Irish traditions?
Irish, I mean, the traditions are pretty much the same in a lot of ways. We used to go out to like midnight mass or midnight services and then come back. And the one difference I did know when I came to the States was leaving out the milk and cookies for Santa. In Ireland, they leave out, well, at least in my family, they leave out a pint of Guinness and some cookies, and then you come down the next morning and you look out for your presents under the Christmas tree, and the cookies were gone. There was only a few crumbs left, and the pint of Guinness is all gone too.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But the traditions are very similar.
Yeah. All right. Now for Lily. What is on your Christmas list?
Vaccine for coronavirus and a trip to Morocco.
Good plan. And what is your favorite movie to watch on Christmas?
We watch Elf here pretty regularly, but if I had to choose one, it would probably be Home Alone.
I like Home Alone as well.
And we like Frosty the Snowman too. The old one, yeah.
I do. I'm a fan of 1968 or whatever, old Frosty movie where he melts.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end.
No, it's good. It's a good
Yeah, it's a
story.
good story. It's a really,
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
well, thanks.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Great to be
Bobby,
here, and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone, and stay happy and healthy and safe.
I wish we could show you Blaze in her elf hat, but I'm just going to give you a high five. We miss you.
Okay. We miss you. All right. Our last person is the manager, I think. Yeah, the manager at the Chicken Box, Rocky Fox. How are you?
Can you see me now?
Yep.
Well, hello, Bobby.
How are you?
Good, thanks. How's Neil and Andrea, mom and dad? Are they back there somewhere, your parents?
Nah, they're in the other room.
Of course they are, but they're always around, brother.
Yeah. My first question is,
Whoa,
can
whoa,
you
whoa. So I have to follow Reverend Linda Preferred, Rabbi Gary, Father John, and then Mandy Vassal, and then Jerry Walker. That sounds like a joke. So a priest and rabbi walk into a bar. So here I am right now.
Okay.
Oh my God, Bobby. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Okay. My first question is,
You see what I'm saying now?
yeah. Can you change the laws in Massachusetts?
No, can you?
I could try.
Can you? Well, I think if you're going to change the laws in Massachusetts, you're going to start with your own town first.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to complain about it, do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
People on the Nantucket give the select board or the board of health and Roberto a hard time. But guess
Yeah.
what? Do something about it.
Mhm.
The more you complain, it's not helping. Do they have a tough job? Yes. I can't change the jobs in Massachusetts. Nobody can. Voters can, but it starts locally. It starts
Yeah.
in your select board. It starts on your board of health. That's where it starts. I cannot change that. Can you?
No, I can't.
Well, you know who can? People who are 18. Now's the time. They learn to vote. And it means a big deal to be able to vote. Because when you turn 18, don't you want to vote?
Yeah.
Right. I think the 18-year-olds, young people they caught it this year. Whether they voted, no matter who they voted for, as long as they voted. That's how you change it.
Yeah.
That's how you start to change. And thanks for getting me 3 priests and a rabbi, and to me own a bar. Thanks, Bobby.
You're welcome. Just for you. What is everyone doing to do since the Chicken Box is closed?
Well, are you a sophomore, Bobby?
I'm a junior.
Okay, you're a junior? Okay. What we miss at the Chicken Box, Bobby, and you've been there with your parents. We do a lot of nonprofit stuff in the off season. And you know that. Your mom and dad and you've been there raising the roof in that place. I've danced with your mom in that joint. That's what we miss the most. I mean, like, we're not a church, but we do have people come in on the regular. But what I miss the most is being able to raise money for small friends, raise money for teachers, raise money for kids who need food. Since we're closed, we can't raise those funds for them. But we'll be back, Bobby. We'll be back.
What will you be doing for Christmas?
Well, I will pay attention to what our governor has said. I'll make some food. Hopefully, I'll have to do the dishes. And my daughter was born on the 15th of December. My son was born the 22nd of December. So I have Christmas on 25th of December. So what are we doing? Trying to pay the bills.
Well, good.
Well, what I'll do mostly, Bobby, is to make sure that we keep safe in our pod, keep those around me safe, and not do anything that's not going to affect anyone else outside of my general area. Or do I want to see my dad? Yeah, heck yeah. Or I go see him. I'd rather see him in April alive. You know what I mean? Than marching dead.
Yeah. Do you like peace and quiet on COVID, Christmas, or do you want to be around people?
Do I want to be around people during Christmas?
Yes.
Well, I think what they're saying, Bobby, I mean, is that may not be the best route to go right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's Christmas, you know what I mean? Well,
yeah.
It's not just Christmas, you know, it's Hanukkah, it's Kwanzaa, it's New Year's. It's not just Christmas. You know, that correlates into a 6-week window. You know what I mean? I would just, for me and my family, we're just gonna like give it a low profile, and we'll go from there. Like, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna open presents, hopefully.
What? Yeah, you're opening coal, brother. You're getting coal for Christmas.
You got that right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much for all you're doing, and to you and your peers. I hope they see what you're doing right now, because it's all positive.
Mm-hmm.
And please tell your mom and dad I said, hey.
I will.
All right, bye, Bobby.
See ya. All right, that is all of our guests, I think. I want to thank Linda Simmons, Rabbi Gary, Father John, Mandy Vassell, Jerry Walker and her family, Rocky Fox, and I want to thank you, the viewers, for watching this live. I hope you enjoyed it, and a very Merry Christmas to everybody, and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you next time. Thank you everybody very much for watching. Goodbye.